So a few more of my favorite Medal of Honor recipients stories. Not that all of them aren't amazing, but of the ones that I was able to get over the years during my Medal of Honor art project for the justice aspect stuff. So William E. Adams, a major during Vietnam, had helped to evacuate 3 wounded via the helicopter while the enemy had continued to approach the base, and though he was under enemy artillery fire, had landed to get the soldiers and flew them out to safety, even though he could have turned around with the hits from the enemy fire to the chopper. William J. Crawford, a private during World War II, General Order or GO 57, a squad scout who had been attacked being a base platoon for the company, and during the attack he moved to destroy the machine gun and killed 3 enemies with a grenade. For the platoon advanced to go forward after 2 more machine guns and pillboxes were destroyed, forcing the enemy to retreat. Floyd K. Lindstrom, Private First Class, World War I, GO or General Order number 32, during an enemy counterattack and being outnumbered, he fired the machine gun and moved it, engaging in a duel with the enemy while going back and forth to get ammo to resume fire to break their counterattack against the United States of America Armed Forces. Joseph P. Martinez, a private during World War II, GO or General Order number 71, several days of an attack, he resounded an advance under heavy fire, as well as resisting the enemy rifle and grenade and mortar and machine gun fire to lead the troops through BAR or bar fire to get them to the trenches. And there is when he was mortally wounded, but did do all that to keep all his guys safe. Maximo Yabes, a first sergeant during Vietnam, he did security for land clearing, and when he and his group fell under attack, he penetrated the enemy bunker. He warned others of grenades and shielded others while providing cover fire, allowing the movement to go forward for the troops of the United States of America, and then continued firing and attacking and killing the enemy crew and disarming their machine gun before falling mortal to the wounds. But because of his actions, the soldiers were able to advance. In North Dakota, Henry Girk, Private First Class, World War II, delivered fire against the enemy with 1 other Marine, since another soldier had a better firepower. When a grenade landed, he threw himself to save the soldiers and the Marine, allowing heavier fire to attack the enemy. In South Dakota, Isaac N. Fry, a sergeant, GO number or General Order number 59, on the USS or USNS Ticonderoga during the attacks at Fort Fisher for 3 days, he manned the gun to also order his men's ability to capture the strongest territory of the enemy. And then there was, in Washington State, John D. Bud Hawk, sergeant from World War II, GO or General Order number 55. He manned the machine gun during enemy counterattacks until he was hit in the thigh and switched to the bazooka. Then he ordered another soldier to take out several tanks. Then he reorganized 2 machine gun squads. One was under intense fire with only 1 workable firearm out of the 2. He knocked out 2 tanks with orders, gained the advantage over the enemy, though they tried 2 more times, until Hawk's thoughts and insights as well as actions led his team to getting the enemy to surrender and captured over 500 POWs, prisoners of war. Wilburn K. Ross, a private during World War II, GO or General Order Number 30. His company had lost 50 out of 80 soldiers when he advanced in front with the machine gun and with deadly accuracy on the enemy. He manned alone the firearm as he held off 6 separate German attacks and 3 more before returning for ammo to continue firing multiple times at the enemies. And though the Germans sent final attacks with their men and bayonets, and he and his guys killed off 60 plus Germans, and then they retreated. And then he remained at the gun post for 2 more days until he was relieved from post. Yeah, that's right. Medal of Honor recipients. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So, when I have said thank you for your service to any soldier or veteran, I've always meant it. Same thing to the dependents, because they are who the soldiers, whatever branch or division, go home to. I have meant it. Same thing in reference to law enforcement, fire department, emergency medical services, like. I have never said thank you without meaning it. Every time I've ever said thank you, I have meant it. I genuinely hope that you, whoever watches this, when you say thank you, you actually mean it. Because though those Medal of Honor recipients are one of a few, those Medal of Honor recipients did everything that they possibly could to make sure that their soldiers were still alive and capable to continue further. Their heroism and bravery is insurmountable, obviously. I doubt there are many people who have not earned a Medal of Honor that could say that otherwise. And though the Medal of Honor is the top award, it does not degrade and it does not reduce anybody else who does their best for the United States of America in whatever branch or division, and respect to all of them who keep our constitutional rights, bills, and amendments taken care of and squared away. You guys have a good one. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.